the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't call him you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, game not over. Just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is Media Monday. I'm AJ Jones, and David Grubb not going to be able to join me today. Got some stuff going on with the brand new house. Totally understand that. They're about to get moved in, so y'all keep him and the family lifted as they get ready to move into the new house. But we got a lot to talk about over the weekend in sports. We had NBA basketball. Preseason gets started. Rockets look good on Friday, on Sunday. And then San Antonio dropped one to Oklahoma City. Dallas, again, it's preseason. I hope nobody is getting all jacked up over preseason basketball. Just, it's practice basketball. Back in the day, we used to call it scrimmages. That's all it is a glorified scrimmage. So that got started. NFL. I mean, almost every one of the teams that I thought was going to win didn't. Houston Texans, what happened? What happened? I mean, Texan fans, you cannot come for the Dallas Cowboys this week. No, you cannot. That was embarrassing. And again, Anthony Weaver, I'm sorry. I keep hearing what a great guy he is, but that was embarrassing. It's embarrassing. No way in the world you could tell me that you could look somebody in the eye with a straight face and say, my team was prepared. My defense was prepared. No way. Can't do it. Offense, Tim Kelly, same thing. I say again, when you clean house, you've got to clean house. You don't leave the holdovers. I know, well, AJ, they had to hang on to somebody to be the general manager. They had to hang on to somebody to be the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. Why? What are you playing for? What are you playing for? What exactly are you playing for? A first-round draft pick? Hey, Daniel Allen Salim, thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I got to tell y'all about my birthday. I'm a little weird when it comes to my birthday. I'll talk about that. But what are you playing for as a Texan fan? You're not playing for the division title. You're not playing for a playoff spot. Why do you have to keep Anthony Weaver and Tim Kelly? Why do you have to keep Jack Easterby? Why? All you did was sweep the floor. You didn't mop it. You know, my mother would come into my room when she would tell me to clean my room. Mom would come in the room. I think it's clean. And she said, nah, it's kind of hiding something. What do you mean it's hiding something? Yeah, it's hiding something. And she didn't have to go far. Right under the bed, open the drawer, open the closet, and there's all the junk that I picked up off the floor, and I just hid it somewhere else. That's what the Texans are right now. They're hiding something. If you're cleaning house, clean house. They got embarrassed yesterday. They got absolutely embarrassed. I'll talk about it more when we come back. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Cowboy fans, it's your week. You had a great game yesterday. Great job yesterday. Be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
You're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Got a shout-out to Titus Pastor, or better yet, Pastor Titus. How you doing? Keith Hiddick said, can't get too excited about the Cowboys. They played a JV team. Here's the thing, though, Keith. They did what they were supposed to do against that team. They did what they were supposed to do. They gave them no hope. They gave them no shot. They gave them no chance. You're not going to beat us with whomever you're trotting out there at the quarterback spot. You're not coming out here with some random dude playing quarterback and think you're gonna walk all over the Cowboys. Oh yeah, and we're in your hometown. We're in the jungle. We're up in Houday land. You know, the Saints say who dat, the Bengals said who dey. And they didn't stumble against a team that they weren't supposed to stumble against. The Texans went out and made Mitchell Trubisky look like the second coming of pick somebody. Joe Montana, I don't want to say John Elway. I'm just not a fan. If ever I use John Elway as a good example, I bump my head. Steve Young, Roger Staubach. I mean, McMahon. They made Mitchell Trubisky look like the second coming of some great Chicago Bear quarterback. They made that running backs look like they were Walter Payton, Gale Sayers, and Barry Sanders all wrapped in one. The very first play of the game for the Bears, Anthony Lynn's defense allowed an 80-yard touchdown, and they were in the rearview mirror from there. No way. There's absolutely no way. There's no excuse. There's no bright side. There's no but, nothing. And I don't want to hear that Deshaun Watson is holding the ball too long. That's nonsense. That is Bill O'Brien nonsense that should have left with him. Now everybody is a quarterback aficionado who, oh yeah, see, there you go. He's holding the ball too long. And you have no idea what play was called, what routes were supposed to be run and didn't get run, what defensive backs knocked their players off their routes. You have no idea. All you heard is some guy who was fleecing the organization for money and titles say, we got to be careful because Deshaun holds the ball too long. Just because somebody says it doesn't make it true. How come we never heard that Matt Schaub was holding the ball too long? How come we never heard that David Carr was holding the ball too long? How come we never heard that Ryan Mallett and Brian Hoyer were holding the ball too long? Tom Savage was holding the ball too long. Those guys got sacked almost as much as Deshaun. Why did we never hear that they were holding the ball too long? It was an excuse. It bought him time to fleece the organization. He went from being a guy who was an offensive coordinator with the New England Patriots, coaching up Tom Brady, who got cussed out on the sidelines by Tom Brady for thinking he was more than he was, going up to Penn State and coaching a mediocre Nittany Lion team to further mediocrity, to being a head coach in the NFL, and y'all took everything he said as gospel. And where is he now? Where is he now? Hey, Stephanie McKenzie, thank you, dear. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for all the birthday love. All I'm saying is this. The offensive line had a very bad game. The wide receivers, there were several times on the broadcast when they pointed out how the wide receivers did not get separation, did not get off of their man, did not get to the open spot in time for Deshaun to make a play. And all Deshaun did was extend plays with his legs for as long as he could. And I'll say it again. If y'all are tired of Deshaun Watson and say he holds the ball too long, baby, let the A.J. McCarron era start as soon as you want it to. Please rescind Deshaun Watson's contract. Let him out of this nightmare of a career with the Houston Texans and let him go. I promise you, he will be hired faster than you can take your next breath. And he will go on to a Pro Bowl, All-Pro, and most likely a Hall of Fame career. And you can be stuck with a bunch of mediocre quarterbacks like you've had in this organization since before you got the guy that you want to say, oh, he holds the ball too long. Anthony Weaver coached a horrible game. Tim Kelly coached a horrible game. If you want to throw Romeo Crennel in there, you go right ahead. But it was an embarrassment. The Texans embarrassed themselves yesterday. I said, if you're not going to be the team, then at least be the spoiler. They didn't even do that. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing, and you always need to be sticking your fingers. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger pricks. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call U.S. Medical Supply today for a free benefits check. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill Medicare or your insurance directly. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. That's 800-633-1378.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. That's 800-262-4690.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance, so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
Let's get it. Lunch break crew. What's up with it?
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm getting killed on the messages, getting killed on the messages. You know, again, I'm a Texan hater. If you hate the Texans so much, why talk about them? Why can't you just talk about your team? Oh, yeah, you don't have a team. You've got multiple teams. Listen, show me the rule one more time. I've been looking for it since folks have come through here and are no longer here. Show me the rule one more time where you're only allowed to have one team. Show me that rule. I'm looking for it. I'm waiting for somebody to show it to me. The ignorance is that just because you grew up in a town, that's the only team that you can have. I grew up in Cincinnati. I love the Bengals. I went to school in New Orleans. I love the Saints. I've lived in 14 different cities in the United States. I'm not military. I was corporate. My company moved me around a lot. I enjoyed almost every single team in the towns that I lived in. I appreciate them. I respect them. I enjoyed them. That was my recreation and entertainment while I was in those cities. So guess what? I have appreciation for certain cities that I lived in and the teams that I lived in. I'm sorry that some people have not had the fortunate blessing that I have had to live in multiple different towns. It doesn't make me some kind of wrong person. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm still waiting on you to show me the rule that you can only have one favorite team. I'm looking for it. And oh yeah, by the way, I kind of have favorite players. I kind of respect more players around the league than I do their teams. You know, not the billionaire owners aren't paying me to be a fan of their team. I'd rather rock dudes like this right here, Stephen Graham and his HBCYOU. He sponsored the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge for Week 13, and I just got this in the mail for my birthday, an HBCYOU sweat hoodie. Yeah, and I'm grateful. I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of Stephen Graham. I'm a fan of El Michelle. You know, I'm a fan of Amber Neal. I'm a fan of Amber Shaw. You know, I'm a fan of folks like that. You know, I'm a fan of Daryl Martins. I'm a fan of folks like that. So, you know, I rock with teams, but hey, let's not get it twisted. Just because you're fanatic about a city and a team that played extremely poorly Sunday, let's not lose sight of that fact. Bill O'Brien built this mess, and Bill O'Brien should be held responsible for it, but he won't. He'll get another job next season. He'll be somebody's offensive coordinator, assistant head coach, and he will begin the backstabbing process of stabbing that person in the back so that he can be the man in charge. That's what people do. That's what people do. Hey, Felicia, Yolanda, Green, Johnson, Smith, Aloysius, Barney III. The information is hbcyouclothing.com. hbcyouclothing.com. Brother's doing an amazing job. I'm a fan of him. You know what I'm saying? Amber says, go Texans. They went yesterday. They went yesterday. Hey, Jennifer, thank you, dear, for the happy birthday. Al McGaffey said, I see you on 99 today. I'm not. Why am I always the one on 99? Al, call me. Call me, please. 281-453-1000. I want you to explain that. How am I always the one on 99? They come for me, and I give them what they came for. I don't get it. Aki Davis, brother, thank you for the birthday love that you gave me yesterday, bro. That message meant a lot to me, man. Aki, you're a real one, bro. You are a real one. You are a real brother, and I appreciate you, man. David Grubb, appreciate you. Willie Gibson, appreciate you. I don't have many dudes that I call my brothers, but you all are the real ones. You all are the real ones, so thank you. Thank you for that. But anyway, let me tell you. So here's the weird thing about me and birthdays, so I can get off the Texans because the Texan fans are filling up my message deal. AJ, you can say you're not a Texan hater, but the proof is in your comments. Okay. Say what you want to say. I wasn't a Bill O'Brien fan. Period. I wasn't a Bill O'Brien fan. Hey, Riri, thank you, dear. Riri wished me a happy birthday. Now, Riri, who's the real Riri? Is it Aretha Franklin or is it Rihanna? Who's the real Riri? We had that discussion on the show. All the millennials are like, Riri, that's Rihanna. What are you talking about? All the baby boomers like, come on, Riri is Aretha, always has been, always will be. Who's the real Riri? So anyway, Texan fans, I am not a Texan hater. I was a Bill O'Brien disliker. Hello, you're live on the lunch break.
Man, where all the hate coming from? Well, let me call in and just get on the mic with my boy. What's going on? There's nothing wrong with speaking the truth, is it?
Bro, let me tell you something. You and I gotta be. What was Danny Glover and Mel Gibson? What was that the movies that they did together?
I forget, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, you and I gotta be.
Yeah,
you and I gotta be Danny Glover and Mel Gibson, bro. What was the name of that show? Listen, you got my back, I got your back, and I'm just saying, man. Like, they coming for me. I'm giving them what they came for, and now I hear I'm on 99. I'm not on 99.
The only thing I can remember, AJ, is you have to reflect on what has already been done, and you only merely talking about what the results of the Texans, put up. I mean, what's wrong with that? That's not hating. That's just speaking the mere truth, I would think.
Oh, the movie's called Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon. You and I are lethal
with them long guns.
Yeah, you and I, you be whichever one you want to be. I'll be the other one. Let me be the crazy Mel Gibson. Let me be him because he was crazy. He was crazy.
So AJ, was I crazy for saying 4 wins?
No, you were not. You were absolutely not crazy. You were not. And I gotta give you credit because you said it before they ever kicked off. Before they ever had their first step, before Bill O'Brien got fired, before anything happened, you looked at it, you saw into the future, you said 4 wins.
And AJ was really taking up for the Texans. He said, no, bro, I see more wins than that. So, no, he's not a hater. You was taking up for the Texans. And so now that you're only talking about what the Texans, and it was an embarrassment. And we talked about it even before Sunday. I say, look, the Texans are in a position now, man, you have to play for pride. We know that Bill O'Brien gave every good player they had away. But look, everybody that played Sunday, AJ, is still a professional. They still got contracts. They still getting paid. So look, man, you got to do something. And man, I keep on to say that name, AJ. I don't know why, because this guy here, he was out mouth, and now he can't say anything. The defensive guy, I ain't gonna call his name. I think his number is 99. I won't call his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ain't got to call his name. You ain't got to call his name.
Yeah. So where's the defense?
Yeah.
You want to talk about Deshaun last week because he fumbled one ball. He getting paid too much money to fumble the ball. Well, who fumbled the ball on Sunday, AJ?
Yeah.
The whole team fumbled the ball.
You remember a long time ago, Carl Lewis, the great track guy who can't sing the national anthem. Carl Lewis was talking about all the young guns and how he was going to show them this and they need to respect the legends of the game and all that. And he came in last. That's how I felt like J.J. Watt played yesterday. I'm sorry, I called his name. It's like, bruh, I see who you are by your number and the name on the back, but your play is a fraction of itself. They're not double teaming you anymore. They're not triple teaming you anymore. He got in there and got a sack, but he's not the game changer that he used to be. And don't let that pick 6 from a couple of weeks ago fool you. That was a play.
Well, I just wanted to put that number out there because, they want to beat up on Deshaun so much, AJ. And since Deshaun come to the Texans, man, he's done everything he could to try to help the Texans get a win. He holds the ball for 40 minutes because why? It takes 3 seconds for a play to be over. The reason why he holds the ball long because he's a fighter. He's a champion. What people don't understand, he will find a way to make some offense happen. So if they can get anything to help him, man, look. And I applaud him, AJ, how he takes his interviews, man. I'm just learning something. Yeah. He can't do anything. He's done all he can do. So, man, Deshaun just stand like Dynamite Clerk and finish the season out. And right now, be honest with you, AJ, if Cal McNabb was a wonderful owner, he'll sit Deshaun down.
Yeah.
He'll sit Deshaun down before he mess up his franchise player.
Yeah.
When you lose Deshaun, you have absolutely nothing. You're gonna have the bad news bears, AJ.
Yep. And that's why I asked the question: what are they playing for now? Why can't they get rid of Anthony Weaver? Why can't they get rid of Tim Kelly? Why can't they get rid of Jack Easterby? Why can't they sit Deshaun down? What are they playing for? They're not playing for the AFC South. They're not playing for a playoff spot. What are you playing for? You're not playing for a high draft choice. You're not playing for anything.
Well, this is what I will be playing for. Deshaun will be sitting down for the rest of the season. Whatever guys that I have on my roster that hasn't played, right now, AJ, I have to get with some guys that's going to play no matter who's on that team. I have to look for some dogs right now.
Right.
I have to look for some guys that has heart. Just because you have a starter, AJ, that don't mean that second or third string is not better than your first string. Somebody better hear me, color missionary. And I just, man, look, you're not a hater, AJ. You're only speaking the truth. And for those Texas fans who just don't understand, look, y'all was all gung-ho about Bill O'Brien, but now he done tore the Texans up. And now they look just like they, it's sad.
It really is. It really is. And when I look at, okay, so Deshaun was 21 for 30, 219 yards, a touchdown, no interception. He got sacked 6 times for 52 yards. Oh, yeah, and by the way, he ran for 38 yards on 7 carries. That's the guy that you want to say is not ready to go? That's the guy that you say is not ready to go.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, AJ. I don't think Deshaun get paid enough money to be running for his life like he's running for his life. If I was him, man, I'd throw the ball away. 3 seconds, there's no play, man, throw the ball away. Do not get out there. This is a young man. This is your next Patrick Mahomes when he can get a line like Andy Reid have. But I guess nobody see it that way with me and AJ. I'm not talking about the Texans.
Yep.
I'm going AJ because I had something set up for you for your birthday, man, but we'll have to get back on it. These Texans are going to mess me up today.
I understand, bro. I understand. I appreciate you, Ferdinand. Thank you for the love,
Happy
brother.
birthday to you once again, my brother, and keep on keeping on.
Thank you, Ferdinand. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's my Danny Glover. I'm Mel Gibson. Lethal Weapon, baby. Lethal Weapon right here. I think we'll be on Lethal Weapon number 59 or 60. I forget how many episodes of Lethal Weapon that they had, but that's us. That's it. You come for Ferdinand, you coming for me. You coming for me, you coming for Ferdinand. That's how it is. And again, Texan fans, miss me. Just miss me on being a Texan hater. I did not like Bill O'Brien, and I was proven to be right. Just like Ferdinand called 4 wins before the season even started, before he took the job. When I heard Bill O'Brien was a candidate and a top candidate for the job, I said then, that dude will not get it done. That dude will be a bust. And y'all, no, he's the hottest commodity. They won the Bill O'Brien sweepstakes. Sometimes what you win is not worth having. How y'all feel about Bill O'Brien now when you look at your organization with the highest payroll in the NFL, no draft picks, and no salary cap space? Oh, yeah, and you're what? What's your record? You are what? 4-9. Tell me again how great Bill O'Brien is. Oh, yeah, please try and run those AFC South championships my way. I got participation ribbons that are nicer than your AFC South championship trophies. They're kids that get fun, fair play soccer trophies nicer than that AFC South championship. Y'all hung your hat on the district title, and everybody else continued to play for the state championship. And you got Bill O'Brien to thank for that. Don't you dare come for Rick Smith again either. Please. Brian Gaine, please. Bill O'Brien, please. Best general manager that the Texans had in franchise history, Rick Smith. Best quarterback that the Texans have had in franchise history, Deshaun Watson. Right now, bar none. Best head coach that they had, Gary Kubiak. Bar none. Oh, yeah, but Bill O'Brien won more AFC South championships, did he? Did he really? Is that what that's what we talking about now? That's what we talking about now. It's like playing 3/4 of a 4-quarter game. And really, it's really like playing a half of a 4-quarter game. Because from the AFC South championship, you ought to be able to win an AFC championship. Never done that. And then you ought to be able to win a Super Bowl championship. And you've never done that. So y'all about the best team from half to half in the first half. Y'all won 4 first halves of a season. Woohoo! Bill O'Brien, rock me. Texans were embarrassing Sunday. It was embarrassing. They gave up 410 yards to an offense led by Mitchell Trubisky. Every other defense in the league licks their chops when Mitchell Trubisky is the starting quarterback. Texans get up next to him. Anthony Weaver puts his defense up next to him, and he looks like, he looks like Drew Brees. But yeah, I'm the problem. I'm the hater. Y'all should be hating this stuff too. That's the problem. The Texan fan base, some of the Texan fan base has a mediocre mentality. So when they see potential greatness, oh, it's overpaid. Get rid of it. It's worth too much money. Give us Brian Hoyer. We could have won with Brian Hoyer. Where's Tom Savage when you need him? Please do me a favor and start the A.J. McCarron era, please. I'm with Ferdinand. If I'm Cal McNair, I give Deshaun Watson the rest of the year off. Deshaun, we got to go back in the lab. We got to figure this thing out. We'll call you in 4 months. Deshaun Watson has a non-disclosed illness. We don't know what it is. But we think he'll be fine in about 4 months. When's training camp open? OTAs, when's that? What are y'all playing for? You're 4-9. What are y'all playing for? You ain't playing for respect. You lost that Sunday. What are you playing for? You're not playing for an 8-8 season. You lost that Sunday. What are you playing for? You're not playing for a top draft pick. You're not playing for positioning. What are you playing for? Who's the practice team quarterback? Let's see who he is. Let's see what he's got. Let's see if he won't hold the ball too long. Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, God. What in the world? What in the world, Pittsburgh? And New Orleans. I got to get on them. I was hoping David Grubb would be on here so I could talk about him. That's my team. That's my team. And, oh, yeah, by the way, I got to get on them. Cincinnati Bengals, I got to get on them too. Who was that at quarterback yesterday for the Bengals? Who? What? Why is that guy even in the league? Jalen Hurts is the real deal. After one game, AJ? Yep. Did it at Oklahoma, did it at Alabama, did it at Channelview. And guess what? Yesterday, last night, did it in Philly. All right, let me take my break. We'll be right back with more. You want to get in 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Vivian, I see you, Riri. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break. Segment is brought to you by the Care Team. If you don't have medical insurance, you need it. You don't want to go into a new year without it, you need to call these good folks right here. The Care Team. Listen up right here on the lunch break. Care Team bringing us this segment of the lunch break.
Hello, my name is Margaret, and I'm not a paid actor. I'm simply a very satisfied customer that has received good advice from the Care Team Insurance. Without the help from the Care Team, we would not have had health insurance. The Care Team has saved my daughter's life.
This is one of the many great results of Care Team's efforts. Don't get caught with bad or no insurance at all. Let Care Team assist you with our free enrollment assistance program. Call now, 281-990-1377. There are over 13 million people without medical insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to $50 per month. Care Team has helped thousands of people just like you. This is AJ Jones, and KYOK listeners, I want you to call now and see what you qualify for at 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377, or visit careteamcares.com. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Now let's get back to the lunch break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, getting back to it like El Michelle just said right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Just real quick, the Jalen Hurts had a great game, threw a touchdown in the win over the New Orleans Saints, and a broadcaster by the name of Russ Joy. Let's see. He's a podcaster and a broadcaster for several shows in Philly. And he, after Jalen throws the touchdown, Jalen did the and stuck his tongue out. My tongue's not long enough to do it, but he says Jalen Hurts throws a TD and channels his inner Gene Simmons. And Twitter lit him up. Twitter lit him up. Twitter went off. AWF, off. They blew him up because it's like, wait a minute. Let me go back to it. Somebody said, learn about Omega Psi Phi. Hertz has posted on his social media about recently joining the fraternity. This is not a Gene Simmons thing at all. Take a few minutes to learn about Black culture. Colleague of mine who I highly respect, J. Scott Smith, said, admittedly, I don't follow him on IG, so I didn't know he was a Q, but as soon as he threw those hooks up, I knew the deal. It's like we Black Greeks have to remind people of way too much. The voice of one, another colleague of mine, says, it feels too easy. It feels too easy just to do a little bit of research. And then one of my dear colleagues said, more proof of the need of diversity in newsrooms. Y'all know nothing of Black culture. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. You don't know, you don't know. Hey, Latasha Phillips, happy birthday and many, many more. Oh man, thank you. I appreciate this, Queen. I gotta give love. She sent love to me, took time out to send me some love. I gotta give love to her. It doesn't take long to just do a little research on a guy. And then there was a brother that tried to come to his defense, and they were like, but is he a Q though? And it's like, they blew him up too. They blew him up too. I mean, they tagged him in about 17 different clips of Jalen Hurts giving love to the Omegas for Founders Day, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. So it's funny. It's fine. Yeah, there's a whole article. There's a whole article. There's a whole article on athletes that are Greek. Talks about the athletes that are Kappas and Alphas and Qs. And are there any athletes that are Sigmas though? I don't know if there's anybody that's a Sigma out there. I'm messing with y'all. Don't come for me. I was just messing with y'all. I'm just messing with y'all. Some of my dear friends are Sigma, so I'm always, wait, what are y'all again? Y'all are the blue and white Kappas, right? I'm just messing with y'all. I'm just messing with y'all. If you know a Sigma, tag them. Tell them AJ said Phi Beta Emma. I'm sorry. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. But seriously, man, if you're going to be the voice of your city, football team, organization, you might want to learn a little bit something about the culture of the team, or the players on the team. Gene Simmons, though, of all things, Gene Simmons, like you went way back. So that was pretty interesting. All joking aside, on the football side of things, Jalen Hurts played his tail off. 17 for 30, 167 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, did not get sacked once. Also ran it 18 times for 106 yards, average 5.9, let's call it 6 yards per carry. I'm surprised he didn't catch a touchdown pass as well. Jalen Hurts did what Carson Wentz can't do. Made plays. Kept drives alive. Kept the defense off balance. The defense had to worry about Jalen Hurts running the ball, throwing the ball, faking it. Anything Jalen did, they had to have all eyes on him. They don't have to do that with Carson. AJ, you haven't followed Carson Wentz. He can run the ball too, sir. Not like Jalen. Not like Jalen. And the thing about it is, Jalen did it at Channelview. Jalen did it at Alabama. Jalen did it at Oklahoma. And Jalen is now getting a chance to do it in the NFL. Is he going to do that every week? No. But every week, you're going to get a guy that the defense has got to scheme for, that they've got to cover all facets of his game. And yes, he dog walked. I know it's 24-21, but Jalen Hurts and the Eagles dog walked the Saints. They did. The Saints allowed the Eagles to run the ball for 246 yards. I mean, where they do that at? Where do you give up 248 yards rushing? And I'm sorry, you cannot just put anyone in at quarterback and expect them to ball out. Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill looked like what he was yesterday. Mediocre. An average quarterback. It's like all of a sudden they forgot to let Taysom run the ball. It's 4th down and 2, and you got an empty backfield, and you're trying to throw some, I don't even know what that was. You move the pocket to the right, and you're trying to set up some pass play with Taysom Hill, and all he did was get run down from behind, strip sack, game over. I'm not impressed. I'm impressed with Taysom Hill in packages, not for the whole game. And if the Saints want to trot Taysom Hill out as their starter next season, guess what? You're probably going to see more of the same. That defense for the Saints is good when they're not on the field all game long. I'm sorry. Taysom Hill ain't the dude. And if I hear one more time that Lamar Jackson is a running back playing quarterback and Cam Newton is a tight end playing quarterback and Jalen Hurts is a running back playing quarterback, and you don't call Taysom Hill's name, I know who I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with. Taysom Hill is not the answer to any question in New Orleans other than who are we going to put in special packages. Taysom Hill. Okay, cool. Who's our starting quarterback going to be? Either Jameis Winston or somebody else. But it's not Taysom Hill. You want to go back to the days of Bobby Hebert and all those other guys, Billy Joe Hobart and Billy Joe, whatever the other guy's name was? Good. That's what you get with Taysom Hill. And oh yeah, by the way, he's not young. He's 31, probably 32. I'm going to start calling him the Fernando Valenzuela of the NFL. We don't know how old Taysom Hill is. I'm a Taysom Hill birther. I don't know what Taysom Hill's birth certificate really says about how old he is. But I know he ought not be the starting quarterback for the Saints. AJ, they've only lost one game out of their last 10. Okay. That was a game that they could have and should have won. But they had some dude named Taysom at quarterback. So no, sorry, can't help you. Taysom Hill ain't the answer. All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here with our coronavirus update. Sybil Wilkes, give us the latest update on coronavirus right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Need to know today. Today is the beginning of early voting for the Georgia Senate runoff elections, pitting Democrat Reverend Raphael Warnock against Republican Senate appointee Kelly Loeffler and Democrat John Ossoff in his race against Republican incumbent David Perdue. The first trucks delivering the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine for widespread use in the U.S. pulled out of a Michigan manufacturing plant Sunday. The FDA authorized emergency use of the vaccine last week. The first shots, critical to stopping the nation's pandemic, will reach states today. The shipment of about 3 million doses will begin the biggest vaccination effort in American history. Healthcare workers and nursing home residents will be the first Americans to receive the vaccines as infections, hospitalizations, and deaths soar in this country. What you need to know is brought to you by Black Voters Matter. Join the movement and visit blackvotersmatterfund.org for more information. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
Lunch break. Lunch break. KYOK. Lunch break. Lunch break. Lunch break. KYOK. Lunch break. Lunch break. Lunch break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Folks laughing at me because I said I'm a Taysom Hill birther. I don't know how old that dude is. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I ain't seen his birth certificate. It say 31. Might be 38. Played like he was 38 yesterday. And the defense just got dog walked. I mean, seriously, the New Orleans Saints defense got dog walked. Whatever the Saints were good at, I know at one point they were playing like they were one of the best defenses in the league. Not yesterday. Not yesterday. You know, great job by Doug Peterson, his offensive coordinators, and defensive coordinator. Great job. Great job. So, you know, I guess I'm a Saints hater now too. I'm going in on my favorite team. Drew Brees hopefully will be back this week. I'm done with the Taysom Hill experiment. He got him 3 wins. He got him 3 out of 4 wins. They play the Chiefs Sunday. They need Drew back. They need Drew back. They don't need Taysom Hill out there trying to figure it out. Taysom Hill doesn't know how to throw receivers open. He doesn't know how to lead guys into a route. He doesn't know how to throw it on time. He doesn't. It just doesn't. Keith Hennig said the Saints will have to go through Green Bay. Not good. That's my point. Playing with Taysom Hill at quarterback cost them the number 1 seed, and there's no guarantee they'll get it back. Listen, the Saints got the Chiefs, the Vikings, and the Panthers to close out, and none of that is going to be easy. None of that is going to be easy. Whereas Green Bay, let me go to Green Bay. Hold on. Green Bay schedule. They got the Panthers, the Titans, and the Bears. Theirs ain't easy either. I'm going to be a Panthers, Titan, and Bears fan for the rest of the season. I'm going to be a Panthers, Bears, Titans fan for the rest of the season. I need Mitchell Trubisky to ball like he did against the Texans, against Green Bay, Week 17, January 3rd. I might go to that game. All right, y'all stand by. Let me hit the top of the hour. We'll get the second hour underway right here on the lunch break.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud of you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, now game is not over. It's second hour, first hour on the books, second hour underway here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, trying to reply back to some of these birthday messages. Man, I appreciate all the love that y'all gave me. I really do. Man. Y'all gave me a lot of love. Here's the weird thing about me and birthdays. So I said this to my church yesterday, and I don't think they heard me. I don't think they heard me. I'm kind of weird when it comes to my birthday. First of all, my birthday is at the end of the year. So I kind of reflect back on everything that transpired over the year. So I'm real reflective for my birthday. Sometimes I can be kind of quiet, kind of somber, borderline moody. So it's not that I'm not happy for my birthday. I'm just real reflective. Like, man, what went right this past year? What didn't? What did I do well? What could I have done better? What should I not have done at all? What do I need to do to get ready for 2021? Do I have a plan in place? Do I have, some idea of what I want to accomplish? So it's like all those things kind of take place at the same time of being happy that I'm celebrating another year on the third rock from the sun as I go around it one more time. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I had a brother that died on my birthday a few years back. Brother died on my birthday. And I got the phone call from a family member thinking that they were calling to wish me happy birthday. And I'm all amped up. Hey, how y'all doing? And it's like, Carl just died. And I was like, wait, what? And it was a trucking accident. His load shifted. And, unfortunately, he got hurt and didn't make it. So my birthday is already bittersweet. And then on top of that, I'm real reflective. And it's me. I'm kind of weird like that. I'm a real pensive person. I'm real cerebral. A lot of folks say, "Oh yeah, men are all visual and women are emotional." I'm different. I'm very cerebral. I think a lot. I think a lot. Like I think more than I probably should. I'm an overthinker in some areas. So sometimes you're excited and wanting me to be excited, and I'm just deep in thought. So, if I didn't respond the way you wanted me to respond for my birthday, it wasn't a you thing, it was a me thing. It wasn't a you thing, it was a me thing. And I celebrate birthdays. I believe birthdays are to be celebrated. Now, I'm a little different with Christmas and Easter and all those other, man-made holidays, Valentine's Day. I don't care. You ain't gonna get me going on those. I'm not. I'm just not. Christmas I do for the kids, but if you got to get a Christmas gift, go get one. I might not get one for you. It's just the way I am. I'm a little weird. I'm a little different. So again, if I didn't respond the way you thought I should respond or what have you, it's not you, it's me. That's just, from what I understand from my mom, I've been that way for a long, long time. My mother said you would always just go off by yourself and just think. And, at a young age, she would try to get me to relax because I'd be thinking. My oldest son is that way. He is a big time thinker. So, again, people are different on their birthdays. If folks don't celebrate their birthdays the way that you think they should, give them some grace. Give them some grace, especially after this year, man. So much happened to so many different people in so many different ways that I wasn't just thinking about myself. I was thinking about, wow, almost 300,000 people died from a virus. And I'm asking myself, what could I have done differently for them? What can I do? What's my part in that going forward? What about people that are afraid for the vaccine? What can I say or do with my platform? And I don't think I have a big platform, but I'm responsible for whatever size my platform is. How can I make sure that folks are making the most informed, educated decision on this vaccine and how to protect their families? What does this election say about us as people and about how we treat our neighbors and people that don't always think like us? Like, what happened to the days when we could be Democrat, Republicans, and whatever else, independents, and still be good Like, this is my buddy. He's a Republican. He's crazy. Oh, this is my buddy. He's a Democrat. Listen to this, but now it's like life-threatening. And I'm literally asking myself, like, what can I do to have a bigger impact in unity going into 2021? I look at how many people lost their professions and their businesses and their livelihoods and what have you. And that's why I say I'm rocking the Stephen Grahams. This young brother is trying to feed his family and really take care of his business as a young entrepreneur. I'm rocking him. I saw a Walmart commercial yesterday that just made my skin crawl. They're talking about getting together for Christmas and, get together with all your family and everybody's essential and don't be afraid. It's like, you know what? Your platform is too big to be that careless, to be that reckless. Well, AJ, that's what they believe. I get it, but they got people that listen to them that are going to die. And they're going to die because of their recklessness. I'm reflecting on myself. What can I do to make sure that no one suffers at the hands of my decisions, actions, thoughts, or words? So when I say I'm different for my birthday, I receive all the birthday wishes and greetings and cards and comments and what have you. And I'm going to respond to each and every one of them personally. Thank you. Thank you for your wishes. God bless you. I'm going to respond to each and every one of them. But I'm also that guy that, I'm a little different when it comes to that stuff like that. And it's unapologetically. I'm unapologetically different. And I'm okay with that. That's why it broke my heart when the young man McLean up in Colorado, when the police stopped and ultimately murdered him. The young man just kept saying, I'm different. I'm different. Leave me alone. I'm different. I'm just different. I get it. I get it. I get it. The young man, all he wanted to do was go to the store, get what he wanted with his hard-earned money, and greet everybody in the store. Thank you for allowing me to come and and bless you with my business. Thank you for blessing me with your products and your services. This young man literally bowed in stores before he left. After spending his money, he's walking home in a mask, covered up because, you know, his nature is to be cold. He gets stopped by the police and not questioned, but murdered because he was different. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. I'm glad I'm different. I'm glad I don't just follow the norm. So, you know, again, sorry for the diatribe and the rant, but that's how I am. You know, and I hope that helps someone else who's like that. Just be able to celebrate the way you celebrate. And I hope it gave somebody space to give you space and grace. You know, really, last thing I'm gonna say, and then I got to go to a break. I'm an introvert in an extrovert lifestyle. Like, I'd much rather be at home with my kids. I'd much rather be laying on the floor with my dog, and I don't have a dog anymore. Mine passed away a couple of years ago, and I haven't gotten a new one since. I'd much rather be in my own intimate space with close, intimate friends and family than out in the limelight. I do it because it's my job, my calling, but my personality is introvert. I'll be right back after this on the lunch break.
What's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
I'm going to tell you how you can get real health insurance for as little as $6 a day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free guaranteed health insurance quote starting at just $6 a day. Call now.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for by GoHealth.
You're listening to Shiloh Radio, the legendary KYOK 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM, where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited to reach your maximum potential in life through Jesus Christ with Shy.
The Lunch Break, where sports are the special of the day on the legendary KYOK.
Yeah, y'all got to be sure to check my girl out, Shiloh Radio on Thursdays. She gets it going, I believe, right about 11 o'clock, 11 to 12, right before I come on. Got to check her out Thursdays, 11 a.m., right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's great stuff. I'm telling you, Shiloh Radio, right here on the legendary KYOK. All right, let's see. CJ said, MySpace is my favorite place to be. Yeah, again, I'm a little different, but I won't belabor it. I won't go on. Big Time Floyd had a great comment. Let me get Big Time Floyd's comment in. He says, hello, AJ and the Breakers. Are the Texans still in business? After that horrible performance in Chicago, I think that Cal McNair would have a hard time convincing the fans to do any more tailgating, even when the restrictions are lifted. 3 more games for the entire coaching staff to clean out their lockers. I'm in agreement with part of that, Big Time Floyd. The coaching staff has got to go. There's no way you can salvage any of that with a new administration, a new head coach, a new GM. There's no way they bring back Anthony Weaver. There's no way they bring back Tim Kelly, whoever the special teams coach is, offensive line coach. You cannot do that. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. And I know the Texan fans are all up in arms. I'm sorry. You don't sweep the floor and call it clean and you didn't mop it. You don't. You don't put the dishes in the dishwasher and call them clean. Even if you rinse them off and use the scrubber, you still got to turn that thing on or pour some hot. Let me help you. Billie Jean style on how you wash your dishes. We had two dishwashers in my house when I grew up. We were very, very blessed. We had 2 dishwashers in my house when I grew up. One was me, the other one was my sister. We did not have an electric automatic dishwasher. It was us. And my mama said, you make that water scalding hot. You pour the dishwashing liquid in it. I think even back then we had the detergent, the powder. And then you pour in a little bit of bleach and you let the dishes soak. And once the water you're able to put your hand in it without scalding your hand, then you get in there and you start washing off the dishes on the front, the back, and around all of the sides. And once they are clean, then you either put them in the thing for them to air dry or you get a towel, clean towel, and dry them off. And you put them up. The Texans have fired Bill O'Brien, their general manager and their head coach. But Jack Easterby's still there making decisions like he did under Bill O'Brien. And oh yeah, by the way, he was an active participant in the trade of DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson and whatever trinkets that they got in addition to that player. David Johnson did not play this weekend again. Now, granted, he was in the COVID-19 protocol, but still, how many games has he played this season? Can we agree that it was not a good trade finally? Can we agree that anyone that had anything to do with that trade should not be employed by this organization? If we can't agree on that, then we're not in the same discussion. Tim Kelly, the offensive coordinator that was groomed by Bill O'Brien, has got to go. Anthony Weaver, the defensive coordinator that was groomed by Bill O'Brien, has got to go. Special teams coach, offensive line coach, tight ends coach, running backs coach, all of them have got to go. It's like a bug flies into your gumbo. You just gonna take the bug out and eat the gumbo? Because that's what you're doing right now. You better throw that whole pot out and start over with fresh ingredients. I don't mean any disrespect to Anthony Weaver, other than he's a first-year offensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator. There are other offensive coordinators that are smarter and more seasoned than Anthony Weaver, and it shows. Does that mean he's always going to be a rookie defensive coordinator? No. He's just not ready yet. He got to go. Let the new head coach pick his own staff. Let the new general manager pick his head coach. And I keep saying, if they bring in some retread general manager, one of the good old boys from back in the day, then we know what this is all about. But if they bring in a smart, young, innovative general manager who knows how to work the cap and kind of make some things do what they do, might be all right. You bring in one of these retread head coaches, same old, same old. Same old, same old. All right, let me take another break. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break. Mayor Sylvester Turner, what do we need to do for the holidays, sir?
I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance, so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing, and you always need to be sticking your fingers. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger pricks. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call U.S. Medical Supply today for a free benefits check. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill Medicare or your insurance directly. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. That's 800-633-1378.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. That's 800-262-4690.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
Now let's get back to the lunch break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Media Monday. David Grubb couldn't join us today. Had to take care of business, getting ready to move into the new house. As y'all see, I'm wearing a new piece of gear for my birthday, HBCYOU. Shout out to Stephen Graham for the birthday love and for sponsoring last week's Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Again, young man doing great job with his own business and own clothing line. I like it. HBCYOU. HBCU. All right. A lot of comments, folks. Texan fans, can I just say this? I'm glad y'all are as passionate about your team. I sincerely hope that Garrick Jones gets to be the general manager of the organization so that some of your desires, dreams, hopes, all of that come to fruition. I'm sorry. I really do. I really do. Because right now, this organization it's dead in the water. It ain't going anywhere. Whatever, hope and all that you thought they were going to build heading into the end of the season, they got blown up and out yesterday by a team that they really should have been able to compete with. That wasn't Kansas City out there. That wasn't Baltimore out there. That wasn't the Steelers out there. It wasn't Green Bay. They couldn't compete with the Bears. I want to hear, they had a lot of guys are out, COVID and injuries and whatever. Every single team has to deal with all of that. That's why years ago when everybody was making excuses, they don't have JJ, they don't have Whitney, Deshaun is down, and Christian Covington. I knew that was just craziness. Just craziness. That year, nobody had more players out than the Colts and the Eagles, and the Colts were 2-0 against the Texans. The excuses are illogical. Great job by the Cowboys getting the job done against Cincinnati. I still don't know what's going on with some of these backup quarterbacks in the league. Like, are you kidding me? Really? This is what you built your hopes on? If your starter goes down? And I'm not even on the Colin Kaepernick thing anymore. I mean, the NFL has totally embarrassed themselves when it came to how they handled Colin Kaepernick. Totally. Great job, Colin, too, on the Ben and Jerry's partnership. I'll be getting some Ben and Jerry's thanks to what you're doing. But no. I mean, legit, some of these backups are just, are you kidding me? That's what you're going with? So Joe Burrow goes down and you go with that guy? I don't even know his name. I don't want to know his name. Backup player for the Bengals. Nothing personal. But that's who you got? I'm just saying. Tampa Bay. Who's the backup to Tom Brady? Jacksonville. Who's the backup to who y'all running with? I mean, it's just crazy. I'm just good. Let me get ready to close out with this. Tough day in college football for a couple of black head coaches. And I'm going to specifically focus on them because they will not get another chance. Kevin Sumlin fired at Arizona, losing record at Arizona. Understood, probably, justified firing. But where's Kevin Sumlin going to get another shot? I go back to Cliff Kingsbury. Didn't have a winning record at Texas Tech, was on his way to be the offensive coordinator at USC before the NFL came calling. So where does Kevin Sumlin get another shot? Is somebody going to bring him in as an offensive coordinator? I know no NFL team is going to call him to even interview him as a head coaching candidate. It's just not going to happen. You know, Kevin Sumlin, Arizona, got blasted by Arizona State like 70-7 or something like that. And he's out. Everybody's saying that Johnny Manziel made Kevin Sumlin who he was. Now, Kevin Sumlin won at U of H. Didn't have Johnny Manziel there. Kevin Sumlin got the job at A&M, and you know they beat Bama. But not only did he recruit Johnny Manziel, but he recruited Kyler Murray. He also recruited what's the guy that was the quarterback there, and Kyle Allen. Didn't have the same success when he went to Keith Hennig, you almost made me throw up in the back of my mouth. Blaine Gabbert is the backup in Tampa. Yeah. I rest my case. No sympathy, empathy, or concern for any team that goes in with Tom Brady and Blaine Gabbert as your two choices at quarterback, or Joe Burrow and whatever that guy's name is up in Cincinnati. Sorry, it's embarrassing. But anyway, Kevin Sumlin gone at Arizona, and then Lovie Smith gone at Illinois. And Lovie is just a good dude. Lovie is a good dude. I'll never forget, I interviewed the chaplain for the Chicago Bears when Lovie was there. And just talking about Lovie and how he carried himself and the core values that he instilled in the entire organization, from, you know, the staff to, you know, the players and what have you. Ray McElroy was his name, the chaplain at the time. And he said, man, I feel blessed to be working for this man. And I say it again, Lovie Smith got the Chicago Bears to a Super Bowl with Rex Grossman as his quarterback. Tough road in Tampa. Probably, in my opinion, should have got another shot a year in Tampa. Didn't get the Texans job. Should have gotten the Texans job. If you weigh both men's resumes, no way in the world you pick Bill O'Brien over Lovie Smith. But you did, and here we are. And then Lovie goes the college route. And while he didn't produce enough wins, he produced a lot of fine young men that came out of that program. I don't know if it's true, Keith. I don't know if Lovie will get another shot. Maybe as a defensive coordinator. But sadly, Lovie Smith should be a head coach. And he won't get that chance, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong, but he will not get that chance in the NFL. So now we've got fewer black head coaches in college football. Fewer than we had before, and the number was already slim. Let me give them to you. James Franklin at Penn State, and he's on the hot seat. David Shaw at Stanford. He probably is not on the hot seat. I like David Shaw. Kevin Sumlin's gone. Derek Mason is gone. Dino Babers is in trouble over there at Syracuse. Lovie Smith is gone. Frank Wilson, Texas San Antonio. Scotty Montgomery, East Carolina. Mike Jenks in Bowling Green. Paul Haynes at Kent State. And Everett Withers at Texas State. That's it. That's it. out of how many college programs? Excuse me. That ain't Rona. Out of 128 college football programs, in the FBS, there's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 128. And I'm not saying that you need to have a black head coach just to have a black head coach. In fact, that's part of the problem. If only Charlie Strong had gotten the vote of support from the athletic director like Tom Herman is getting. If only the athletic director at Texas had put one more year in his name on the line for Charlie Strong like he did Tom, I'm really overrated Herman. But he didn't, and here we are. It's unfortunate. And again, I say, I don't know where these guys will get another shot. And the fact that people point to Marvin Lewis as the one guy, one black head coach in the NFL that got, chance after chance after chance, all while negating the fact that Marvin Lewis got the Cincinnati Bengals to the playoffs 5 times in a division with Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Cleveland. That man deserved a chance. He earned a chance. He wasn't given a chance. He earned it. And where's he coaching now? Well, AJ, he's a bad head coach. Who are we talking about? Marvin Lewis or the Jets head coach? Now y'all see why I go off on the Scott Frosts of the world. Why I go off on the Cliff Kingsburys of the world. It's just not right. It's not right. It's not based on any kind of equality or meritocracy whatsoever. It's not right. I'll even go a step further. I'm watching the Rockets broadcast last night, and where are the black faces there? Where's the diversity there? Other than Calvin Murphy, who else is out there? I mean, from the person next to Bullard, who's he? He's the voice of the Rockets. How did he get to be the voice of the Rockets? Why don't they have any diversity in the voice of the Rockets? The young lady that's, on the quote-unquote sideline, because it's all virtual right now, who is she? I mean, what has she done to earn the right to be that person? Kim Y. Davis has done sports in this area for over 30 years, has been with Fox Sports, has been with BET, has been on different major networks, has written for several major publications, and she doesn't get a chance to be the voice of the Rockets or the sideline reporter. How many NBA teams have diversity in the voice of their teams? I think the Detroit Pistons were the only team that I know of. Maybe it wasn't the LA Lakers because they had a long-time voice that have a diversity in the voice of their team. And they might have one pro athlete and then a bunch of non-diversity. If I don't call it out on my show, nobody else will call it out on theirs. I promise you, they're not going to call that out on ESPN and 790 and 610 They're not. Why? Because there's no diversity there either. All right. I wish Charlie Strong, Kevin Sumlin well. I hope Dino Babers survives over there at Syracuse. I hope James Franklin survives at Penn State. If not, I definitely hope he gets a shot at a head coaching job in the NFL. Charlie Strong, Willie Taggart, all of them should be coaching somewhere right now. Ty Willingham never got another shot. Never got another shot. Carl Durrell from UCLA got fired with a winning record there. Chip Kelly is as mediocre as they come. Just blew a game that they should have won against USC. He ain't getting fired. He ain't getting fired. Anyway, let me wrap it up. This segment brought to you by the Care Team. If you need medical insurance, you don't have it, listen up. Here's how you get it right here from the Care Team.
The coronavirus is ravaging our community. Make sure you have health insurance. Let Care Team Insurance assist you with our free medical enrollment assistance program. Call now and see what you qualify for at 281-990-1377. There are over 13 million people without insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to only $50 per month. Care Team has helped thousands of people just like you by providing free enrollment assistance. Don't be taken advantage of by people selling bad or fake insurance. Make sure you have health insurance. Let Care Team Insurance assist you. This is AJ Jones, and KYOK listeners, I want you to call now and see what you qualify for. Plans starting at $0 to only $50 per month at 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377. Or visit careteamcares.com. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
Lunch break. What's up with it? Let's get it.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Let's see. I need to read this real quick. Big 12 Commissioner Bobby Bowlesby, who, as the athletic director at Stanford, hired David Shaw, in 2011. Bowlesby's conference has not employed a black head coach since Texas fired Charlie Strong in 2016. Check this out. In fact, none of the conference's 10 athletic directors has ever hired a black football head coach at any school. And Bowlesby said, we need to be held accountable for that. He says, you have this mindset that's been set in our country, in our minds, in our culture, why people aren't equipped to do certain things. It spills right over into everyone's thinking. It's not right, but it has been the norm. Imagine that. All the schools in the Big 12 right now, there's 10 of them. Not one single current athletic director in those schools. Not one single athletic director that's currently at those schools has ever hired a black head coach. Wow. Wow. I love how the ACC does this diversity montage about how we care about diversity and Black lives, and every single one of the coaches on there from the different schools is white except for one. But though that's the voice of the movement. The ACC is taking the lead. You can't even hold yourself accountable to hire qualified Black head coaches, but yet you're the voice of the movement. At least I can respect the Pac-12 for allowing the players to do it. And you've got diversity in players. But the ACC is as tone deaf as they come, as you're calling yourself conscious and awoke to the plight of diversity, equal justice, social injustices, and none of the people that you're talking about look like what you're talking about. But as long as they can play for national championship, right, Dabo? The head coach of Florida goes after Ohio State because they've played, 8 games, 10 games? Ohio State's only played 6. And all he could talk about is, well, all I know is we played 10 games. All you care about is playing for a national champ. You're not concerned about social injustices. You're not concerned about equality. You're not even concerned about the health of your players. You're just concerned about the escalator in your contract that gives you more money if you compete for a national championship in the college football playoffs. And I'm sorry, by the way, you were the one that went out there and blew it against LSU. Don't call Ohio State out, bruh. Y'all are the ones that went out and got blasted by LSU. And I feel bad for the young man that threw the shoe and got the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that allowed LSU to keep the drive alive and kick what proved to be the game-winning field goal. But I'm sorry. I got no sympathy for Florida's head coach. I got no sympathy for the fact that they didn't get a chance to compete for the national championship. I kind of hope that Notre Dame beats Clemson in the ACC championship game. I want to see them tap dance and get Clemson in the game, even though they've got 2 losses, both to Notre Dame. Yeah, no, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. Keith Hennig said that Kevin Sumlin will coach at an HBCU. I hope he does. I hope he does. I think that'd be good for those kids. B, he shouldn't have to. He should be able to coach wherever he wants to coach. Give Kevin Sumlin some of that Big 12 recruiting. AJ, he couldn't recruit at A&M. Yeah, he could. Kyler Murray, Kevin Sumlin. Johnny Manziel, Kevin Sumlin. A lot of players recruited by Kevin Sumlin. All right, let me get ready to wrap this up. Let me give a quick sports update, and then I'm out. Texans defense and O-line played one of their worst games of the season in their 36-7 loss to the Bears. Deshaun Watson was sacked 6 times, and the D allowed 410 yards in offense to Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears. The Texans are in Indianapolis Sunday at noon to take on the Colts. Cowboys got back in the win column with a 30-7 win over the Bengals. Andy Dalton threw 2 touchdowns against his former team. They'll host the 49ers Sunday at noon. New Orleans had its 9-game win streak snapped by Jalen Hurts and the Eagles with a 24-21 win by Philadelphia. Hurts threw for 167, 1 touchdown, no interception, ran for 106 yards in the win. Tonight you got Baltimore at Cleveland on Monday Night Football. Kicks off at 7:15 Central. NBA preseason action, the Rockets won one and lost one to the Bulls over the weekend. They beat them 125-104 on Friday, lost 104-91 on Sunday. The Spurs lost to Oklahoma City 121-108. The Spurs will visit the Rockets tomorrow at 7. College basketball from around the state. Stephen F. Austin lost to University of Louisiana Monroe 66-55. TCU beat A&M 73-55. And there were some good high school football games around the state. And Keith, yeah, I know that you didn't mean that. I know that you didn't mean that. Keith said I didn't mean that Sumlin is forced to coach anywhere. He's a very solid coach. I agree. No, I agree. I wasn't saying that. I just piggybacked that on, the conversation. That's all. No, I definitely know your heart. I know that that's not what you meant or even implied. Okay, we're on the same page. Heavenly Hughes, hey love, how are you? Heavenly Hughes says, wow, that is really sad to hear how systematic racism continues to run corporate America. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. We must expose racism. We must renew our minds. White supremacy must be erased and demolished. It's the truth. It's just the truth. Some people get favor that others don't. If Lovie Smith had the same kind of favor that Scott Frost has in Nebraska, Lovie would still have a job. If Kevin Sumlin still had that kind of favor in Arizona, he'd still have a job. Heck, he would still be in A&M. But they got their man. They got Jimbo Fisher. Who's your head coach? Jimbo Fisher. That's a real one there. That Jimbo Fisher, we got him now. We got our man. He's going to take us all the way to the top. We're going to beat Alabama. We're going to beat Auburn. We're going to beat Mississippi State and Mississippi. Ole Miss. We're going to beat them. We're A&M. By the way, Gus Malzahn got fired at Auburn. I know somebody probably already texted that. What about Gus Malzahn? Yeah, I mean, listen, you're in the same state down the street from Alabama. You got to win. And how many times has he beat Bama since he's been there? A few. Gus Malzahn, watch this, will get another job probably this coming season. Sun's coming out over here. Good. It's been raining, cold, windy. Gus Malzahn will be hired, before the start of 2021 season. Lovie Smith, Kevin Sumlin, Dino Babers, if he gets fired at Syracuse, they won't be. They won't. Not as head coaches. Gus Malzahn will be somebody's head coach in 2021. There's no doubt about it. So, anyway, let me see. Hold on. Oh, wow. I did not know that. Thank you. Willie Gibson said Paul Haynes and Mike Jelks are both gone, too. So that number is even smaller. That number is even smaller. Must have had a dated list. That's all right. I appreciate my interns for pulling it together. Those ladies work hard. I got a couple of ladies behind the scenes that do an amazing job. So anyway, I'll leave it where it is. Not everybody is Scott Frost or Cliff Kingsbury. That's what it boils down. The moral to the story is not everybody is Scott Frost or Cliff Kingsbury. Man, I would love for an athletic director to say, you know what? I've been watching North Carolina A&T. They won that Black College National Championship for a couple of years in a row now. They got a pretty creative office. We're bringing them into We're bringing him into Arizona. We're gonna let him run the Arizona Wildcats. Wait, you got this guy from where? Yeah, HBCU. He's got about 4 Black College National Championships under his belt. Pretty creative. We're gonna let him run our program. It'd be a sad day for A&T, but I'd have so much respect for that for that athletic director. I have no respect for the ones who say, "Oh, where are they? Where do you find the candidates for the black head coaches? We don't know how to find those. We know these other guys. We don't know those." Please. All right, let me go. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. And then in the morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff. You got Dr. Sylvia Cole and her Inspire show. Okay. Again, here's Sybil Wilkes. She'll give you her latest update on coronavirus. Lord say the same. I'll be back tomorrow. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's really nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize everything around you, be sensitive to everybody around you, give everybody their 6 feet. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, the racism. All right, here's Sybil Wilkes.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today. Today is the beginning of early voting for the Georgia Senate runoff elections, pitting Democrat Reverend Raphael Warnock against Republican Senate appointee Kelly Loeffler and Democrat John Ossoff in his race against Republican incumbent David Perdue. The first trucks delivering the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine for widespread use in the U.S. pulled out of a Michigan manufacturing plant Sunday. The FDA authorized emergency use of the vaccine last week. The first shots, critical to stopping the nation's pandemic, will reach states today. The shipment of about 3 million doses will begin the biggest vaccination effort in American history. Healthcare workers and nursing home residents will be the first Americans to receive the vaccines as infections, hospitalizations, and deaths soar in this country. What you need to know is brought to you by Black Voters Matter. Join the movement and visit blackvotersmatterfund.org for more information. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
Lately I've been only thinking of myself and forgetting you're weak.
All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for listening to my pontifications. I appreciate y'all. Thanks, Keith Hennig. Thanks, Karen Gibson. Thanks, El Michelle. Thanks to all y'all. Heavenly Hughes, love you so much. And again, y'all, thank you for the birthday love. I mean it when I say I really do love y'all, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Again, I apologize if I didn't respond, quickly enough or in the way you thought I might. I promise you, it wasn't you. It's definitely me. But I do. I appreciate the grace. I love y'all. Y'all take care. We'll talk to you tomorrow.